Did you know that you can smoke meat on a charcoal grill if you don't have a smoker? You can. Come along with me, I'll show you how. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe, hit that like, and leave me a comment. Okay, everyone. Today we are smoking some chicken breast to make shredded chicken sandwiches. The key to smoking any meat is low and slow. We do not have an actual traditional smoker. We are actually using the charcoal grill and doing a direct smoke. In order to do low and slow, you want to keep the heat low. Right now I'm lighting the logs up. I use either large logs or the middle-sized logs, not the small ones, because the small ones tend to burn out very quickly. They have ones that are smaller than the ones that are in there right now. We also have a large log in there. But once I get it going for a little bit, I'll close the lid so that it kills the fire and it smokes. My target temperature is usually around 125 to 150 when doing chicken breast. It only takes about 3 to 4 hours of cook time. So you don't want to have the heat too high because it will cook it too fast and dry it out. To get that nice tender chicken, you want low and slow. So now the flame's been going for a little bit on this, so I can close it up and let's see what temperature it hits to. In order to bring the temperature down if it's too high, you use less wood, or you can disperse the wood a little bit more. If you want the temperature higher, you typically would put more wood on. So we're going to see what temperature this is at and get the chicken ready to put it on the smoker. Okay, now I have rubbed the seasoning on the chicken that I was going to use. We ran out of our homemade barbecue rub that we normally use. I just use a rub when I do chicken breast. So I used the Smokehouse maple flavor. You can kind of do the seasoning of your choice. Truthfully, when you're smoking any type of meat, a lot of your flavor comes from the smoker itself. So the wood you use and all that stuff, that's where your main flavor is coming from. Right now we are using hickory. That's the type of wood we're using. But there's a lot of different flavors you can choose. So a lot of your flavor is going to come from the wood that you're using. Smoker has gotten up to temperature. It is at 200 degrees, which is a little bit hotter than I want it to be. But the plus side of things is because I'm using those smaller pieces of wood, the temperature is going to drop relatively fast because that wood is going to burn down relatively fast. So it should hit about 150 probably within the hour. So we'll be okay at 200 degrees to start off as long as the temperature does drop. That's the big thing. It's got to drop. So I'm going to put the chicken on uncovered to start off with. It stays uncovered for about an hour and a half. About halfway through cooking, it'll start like getting a nice golden color to it. That's when I would cover it to help keep the moisture in the chicken. But you cook it for about an hour and a half uncovered. Trying to keep that temperature somewhere around that 125, 150. Like I said, we're starting off a little bit hot right now, but that will drop down. But you just put it on uncovered and close it up. Now that it was open, it's down to about 150. It's going to raise back up to about that 200 degrees though. But it should burn down pretty quickly because of those wood pieces being so small. They burn out pretty fast. Like I said, the temperature was going to drop. It hasn't dropped quite as far down as I would have liked, but it's almost to 150 now. And the chicken is at the point where I would wrap it. It's been on the grill for about an hour and a half smoking. Don't want to leave it open for too long because it will lose its moisture. So we're going to wrap it up with some tin foil. The chicken has been on the smoker for about 3 hours now. Been covered for roughly an hour. Hour and a half, I guess. Nice thing about smoked meat is that the heat is not too bad. You can actually pretty much touch it But the steam is hot. There's some chicken. Not quite there. I'd say it needs about another hour. It's getting close though. It's looking pretty good. Nice color. So now I'm just going to recover. And let it continue smoking. There's still some wood down there. When I came out, the temperature was right at 150. So it's about where it needs to be. Slowing down, but that's okay. Okay, the chicken is done. This is just a fork I'm using. So you know it is tender. See, I am literally barely touching it. It's just shredding. It's hard to do with one hand, but just gotta kind of knock into it a couple times and it just shreds. That is how you know you have tender meat. Trying to get the chicken off the fork is not working. Slow and slow. Slow and slow is the way to go. This was cooking about 3.5 hours. Anywhere between 150 to 200 degrees was the temperature it stayed at for that 3.5 hours. There you have it. That was amazing. It was a great meal. Definitely try it sometime. If you don't have a smoker, you can still smoke meat. You just got to keep it low and slow. Thank you for joining us. If you're new here, hit that subscribe, hit that like, and leave us a comment. What's your favorite thing to smoke? Talk to you guys later.